Hey, girl.
Hey, Olivia.
I love hanging out with you. I'm so excited for this. Today I have my friend Savanna here, and she is just so sweet. I've loved getting to know you, and I just am so excited to have this conversation and kind of talk about generosity today.
Yes.
Okay, let's do it.
So excited to be here.
All right. Okay, so I don't feel like we've talked about generosity much, although, I know you to be generous from just the conversations we've had and the way that you live your life. So, yeah, I would love to hear from you just some ways that you've been impacted by generosity in your life.
Yeah. There's you kind of gave me a heads up on what the questions were, and there were so many things that came to mind of how I've been impacted by generosity, because it's just I feel like the Lord's really been teaching me lately how God works through people so much, and that people are the whole point, and that where you are in life is because God brought you there, but then also other people helped you along the way.
Yeah.
And so there's so many things that came to mind, but obviously I'm in a huge transition period in my life.
Yes.
And then I happened to this morning have to look back to photos 2 years ago from when I was in Italy.
Wow.
And then I was you know what? That was an act of generosity that really changed my life. So So in May of 2024, when I was a student at Belmont, I did a short-term study abroad trip, 2.5 weeks, and then went to France, Italy, and Switzerland during that. It was so
misery.
Yes, I know. Oh my gosh, so hard.
So terrible.
It's so tough. But yeah, and then this, we went and we studied different cathedrals and stuff. We were what makes a place sacred? And so we went around, and then we stayed at this place in Tuscany, which is this Christian retreat center.
Beautiful.
And you know this, but I'll tell the people.
Yeah, the best
Yes.
story.
Yes. And we didn't know anything except the people that were leading the trip loved it, and so we were just okay. I was I really didn't I was in finals right when I was getting prepared for the trip from the spring semester, so I was I'm not even researching anything, I'm just going.
Yeah.
So then we're driving through the Tuscan hills, and it's just golden hour, beautiful.
Beautiful.
And then it was just one of the most magical places I've ever been to. And then we're surrounded by vineyards and olive groves and everything. And then we're told by our leaders that the family that runs the Christian Retreat Center is going to have us over to their house for dinner. And so we're okay, had no idea what to expect. And we thought from being American too, that was maybe they catered food or something and got it for us.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of a lot of things. Because we're a group of 24 people.
Wow.
It's a lot. And then we go to the house, and then what we found there was just the most beautiful show of just hospitality and generosity, because this family had set up this long table for all of us to sit at together, including the family. And then it had this really cute little red gingham tablecloth. It was completely set for us, and we're what the heck? And it's sunset over the hills, and we're on their terrace. It was just incredible.
So dreamy.
Literally so dreamy.
Wow.
And they just what do you need? Do you need any water? Giving us the wine that they had made from their vineyard and everything. Then they bring out the first bunch of food, and I was okay, this is really good. This is great. Great little meal, and then they kept coming.
Oh my goodness.
And then it was 4 courses, and finishing out with
No
the
way.
best lasagna I've ever had in my life.
Oh my goodness.
And it was the best meal I've ever had in my entire life.
I believe it.
And all of us agreed, when we had to write our papers later on about what was the most sacred place you went, was that place. And their just generosity to host us, to just feed us and serve us so well, has changed my life in so many ways, and just how I want to treat other people and everything, and then also just learn from them even more.
Yeah.
And so that has changed my life, because the Lord's calling me back there to go serve. I went back a year later after that, served for 2 weeks, and now I'm about to go serve for 3 months.
Wow.
And that even in and of itself is changing my life, and it's just from that one act of generosity. So
Beautiful.
yes.
Wow.
You're so incredible.
That's so special.
Mm-hmm.
I love that you kind of described the scene because I can just picture it, like the table and the kingdom, and like, oh my gosh.
Yes, like it was
So
literally.
beautiful.
We were like, "Is this the Garden of Eden?"
Am I in
like,
paradise
making
right now?
jokes. Yes.
Oh, well, yeah, you're in Italy, so it is kind of paradise
I know.
in general. But that experience just tops it off.
Yes.
That's so cool.
They're
Okay,
so wonderful.
the second question might be kind of coincide with the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
In what ways have you been impacted by being generous to others?
Mm-hmm. Yes. This is it does kind of coincide because I wrote a lot of, because I write poetry.
Yeah.
And I wrote a lot of the poems in my book that I, put out and self-published a year ago.
Which we have here.
Yes.
Which, speaking of generosity,
Yes.
we won't zoom in for this, but we'll share it. Yes. Speaking of generosity, you've just been giving this away when you feel led. And I actually was thinking this morning about you of, I was reading about, remember that book I showed you the other day? The poetry one?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was reading in today's, page.
Mm-hmm.
And it talked about how art is generosity and creating is an act of generosity. And I immediately thought of you because I'm like, this is something, taking your time to create something is a generous act, and then sharing it with the world is a generous act. And then today you brought me this poetry book called Cathedrals that I cannot wait.
Yeah.
So,
oh my gosh,
speaking of generosity, we have this sweet little gift and moment. So, anyways, yes. In that project, continue.
Yes. So, something really cool about that, creating as a gift thing that came up recently was I was talking with my coworker, and she doesn't really have faith, but she just was noticing this about how the world works, where she was creativity is like breathing. She was like, it's just something that we just do.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, that's because we're made in the image of God. That's a creator. And she was like, oh my gosh, that's so crazy. Wow. And so it's so cool because God has been so generous to us to give us this world, to give us everything that we could ever need. And it was from a place of creativity. So that was really cool. That was just a little side thing that I just really like. But so this book did cost me quite a bit to print and to make and everything. But there have been so many times along the way where, especially people that are not believers, the Lord is just give it to them. There'll be random people where it's just you just need to just give it to them for free. He's and I'll do my thing. But it's people that would never they're okay, I'm kind of interested in poetry, whatever, but they're not they wouldn't buy it. But this is so just led by my faith, and the introduction talks about my hopes for this book, and it's that I was I hope that you can get to see the beauty of this world and the God behind it all. And
That's
so
beautiful.
yes, thank you so much. But and so I just wanted to give that to people so that they could see, I don't know, so it could be a way that the Lord could work in their lives and everything, and just be this is my work, and like you were just saying, creating and then putting it out there for other people to have, and then just being I know the Lord will help me to be okay in the money way. It's I don't have to worry about that by being stingy, by being well, I need to remake the money that I had to spend to make this. It's
right.
No, I just will give it to them.
Yeah.
Let the Lord do what He wants to do.
Yeah. And you feel in that process, in the giving and in the act of physically giving a copy of something that you took time to make and paid for and all of that. Do you feel the reward of generosity in that? What does that feel like for you? Does it feel like fulfillment? Does it feel I know you talk about your faith as well, and that's a huge guide for you in terms of generosity, and just that we've talked about this as well, just how you feel you've been able to see life's beauty, even amidst pain and suffering and life's experiences. You've seen so much beauty and have really made it a point in your life to share that and to let others see that as well. If you could put one word to it, what would it be? What do you feel that impact for you does in you of giving away and of being generous with your art? Specifically, even in this, what is the reward of that for you as you're giving this book out?
Man, It's like, it's hard to like pin it to like one word because I'm like, this.
Yeah.
Like,
What's the first one that comes to mind?
Yeah, like you said, like fulfillment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like it's just like we're made in the image of such a generous God, so it makes sense that it's like that would also be so fulfilling to us.
Yeah.
And like make us feel like we're fulfilling more of our like image.
Yeah.
To be generous. Yeah, it's like
Generosity is a gift.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Okay, last question. Unless you have anything else you want to touch on in that regard.
I had something that I forgot.
Okay, if it comes to mind,
Yeah.
say it again.
Okay.
Or I want to hear it. So
Yes.
let's jump to this question and then, oh, actually, I have two more.
Yeah.
I do want to ask you this.
Yeah.
Who is the most generous person you know? Is there anyone that you've been impacted by? Like, is that something that you feel like growing up you saw? Or is that something that you feel like really just stemmed from your faith? I know this moment in Italy that you talked about and shared was like that moment. Was generosity part of your life before that? Or do you feel like that really was like the precipice and the, revealing of like generosity's impact?
I think it had been like mauled to me in some ways as a kid, but not like a lot.
Yeah.
Like it was just kind of not like above and beyond generosity.
Yeah.
Like there are definitely moments, but nothing that like really was like, wow, this is really impactful. But I think
if that moment in Italy is it, then that's it,
Mm-hmm.
I just am curious, like, if there were any moments before that. I've had some conversations recently about how, like, some people just are kind of born being generous and naturally do that, and others, there's an experience that really impacts them, and, like, from that point on, they kind of live that way. So, just curious.
Yeah.
But,
there is, like, a big way that I saw generosity when I was a kid was my dad's, like, boss. Because, like, he didn't do it from, like, a place of faith, but it's still, like, generosity.
Yeah,
so, like,
absolutely.
impacts people so much. And he, like, had a condo in Winter Park. I'm from Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, like, one of the main ski resorts. And so he would let us stay there for, like, a week every year.
Wow.
And that was, like, such a blessing because my family couldn't afford to, like, go and stay at a ski resort. And that, like, made it where... with like other things, then I was able to like learn how to ski and able to experience those things and have those memories with my brothers and my dad and everything. Just going down the little mountain.
Experience life's beauty.
Yes.
I think there's like such a connection between those two things that we've talked about of like experiencing life's beauty and generosity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like in that story you shared of Italy, it's so beautiful.
Yes.
And then that, in Colorado, that is so beautiful.
Yes.
That's so cool.
Good.
Okay. Let's see. Last question. What is one simple act of generosity that you would encourage someone listening to try this week?
The Lord's been really working with me on like hosting people. And that could even just be like, just have like a friend over and like, just like have some like tea and snacks or something. But even just like that little bit of like welcoming them into your space and like giving them a little bit of something that's theirs. Like even we did that a couple days ago. Yes. And I was like, this is so just incredible.
I love it.
And it just like helps like break down those like walls even more to just feel like more and more comfortable with someone. Yeah. And it's like those little moments like that where you make a space to connect with someone. Yeah. Is just like so special. Yeah. So yeah.
It's beautiful. There's something really cool about like meals too. Just the act of like sitting at a table. And I shared with you the picture from my wedding. Yeah. That I had like, I saw this picture of this beautiful villa in Greece where like people were all sitting at the table celebrating wedding. And then that was literally unplanned, but that was the place I got married and sat at this table. And I think, there's so many parts of the wedding that were so special, but that is truly one of my favorite moments is just sitting there with everyone at the table and being able to look around and like see all the people that I love most sitting right next to me. And oh my gosh, it's just so special. There's something beautiful of sharing a meal or a drink or like cookies or whatever. Like it's just sweet. Yes. If you're a foodie. Maybe it's not the same. If you're not a foodie, I don't know. But for me as a foodie, it is.
Yes, exactly. Like I feel like I would never like describe myself as a foodie. I've gotten more and more into like cooking and things the past couple of years. But it's still like there's just something so special about sharing a meal with people. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Okay, go share a meal, guys. Go find someone to share a meal with and just see what happens.
Yeah.
That's like
It
the
could be
best
a
place to
friend,
start.
It could be a stranger. It could
Yeah.
be someone in between.
Yeah.
It's like...
It's all good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I love it. Well, thanks for hanging.
Yes.
I love
Thanks
this.
for having me. This is
So
fun.
beautiful.
Yes. Thank you.
Ciao.
Ciao.